Puff-a-dumb. We are live. Puff-a-dumb. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's poppin'? Shit, did I actually select it? The Can I change this? Probably not, huh? I can't. Yoicks. Trying to be fine, I guess. Wait, just a second, guys. Too much things going on, and I cannot just do it. Mute this thing real quick. Un momento, por favor. Bom dia! Merhaba. Goeiedag. Puff-a-dumb. Paste it in here, and then, of course, this thing. Oh, paste this, copy this, paste that. GG, well played. Boom. Send. Publish. Confirm. Alright, Ashton Reef, what's going on? Yeti, sup, baby? Shit, one more thing I need to do, by the way. One more thing I need to do. Mesdames et messieurs. Channel. Pop out chat. What's going on? Mansour, toujours. Pop. This thing, boom. Bam, look at that. Unprepared, but it's no, doesn't matter anymore. How is the music volume? Tell me. Everything. Love you all. What's up, Scalytics? Scalytics, Puff-a-dumb. Damn, I'm getting naked pictures here. That's crazy. Can't see it. Bom dia. Bom dia from Barcelona. Joan Pons. Mesh, what's going on? Ricardo Artalle. Brazil. Ricardo Artalle. Thomas Sarmiento. You're not using Temple plus HTMX anymore? Of course we do, my man. Of course we do. Of course we do. I need to actually fish some other repo real quick here. Real quick. I'm gonna answer some questions first, you know what I mean? Like, give people a time to cancel their dates and jump into the stream. The only stream, actually, to be honest, in the whole world that does this, you know what I mean? Real company stuff. $1 billion. Actually, not $1 billion, almost $1 billion. Wait, let me actually get fetch the whole shebang here. That's what I'm gonna do here. No music. Is there no music? Cannot imagine that. There should be music, man. 100%. There is music. Yeah, that's what I thought. The question is how it's gonna be fine. Minus 44 dB. Peter Gary, what's up, man? What's going on? What are you doing here, amigos? What are you doing here? Let me code into this beautiful thing. Robin Hood is life. I fucking go. The Robin Hood of tech. That's who I am. So I steal from the rich and I give to the poor. That's what I do. That's what I do, babies. Let me do some stuff. Meanwhile, I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting a little bit. File upload. Is this thing not merged, huh? I have local changes. Then we reset hard. Oh yeah! Use try provided branch. What do you mean by Stripe provided branch? I don't see any branch. I do get fetch and nothing happens, yeah? Maybe it's already merged. Oh no! Get branch dash A. Is that? Why am I so stupid? Why cannot is get fetch fetches everything or not? Am I a retard? So people are asking why not HTMX. So the problem is you need to understand a couple things here first. Amigos, para cientos, para qué? You need to understand a couple things first. It fetches but doesn't show the remote branches. How do I fetch the whole shebang? How can I do that? Man, what's going on? You see, I don't know nothing. I do not know nothing. So the HTMX thing, why is it? The thing is that you need to understand that Revenue itself is, again, almost $1 billion company. We have a customer that's basically, wait, my mic. Puff dumb, my mic. I don't know how much I can say about this, but the thing is, we have big companies, but like Warren Buffett big. And what they want from us is they want their buy side. They want a copy. They want a copy of the marketplace of their buy side, the buy side mechanics of the marketplace. They want a copy of that because it's some kind of a security mechanism that what if the company goes bankrupt? They want to have the data. They want to have the whole marketplace running. So it's like a copy, a clone that needs to run on their servers. Because once you operate, I know it's very hard to understand, but once you operate at a certain level of money, these companies, they do not want to handle, they don't want to deal with your servers anymore, you know, they want everything on their servers. But we have a marketplace. We cannot just, you know what I mean? It's so we decided to basically make a copy of the buy side process. If you know what I mean. That's what we do. If you come with these guys, you say, yo, if you these guys, they don't understand what HTMX is. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Get fetch dash all. Is that a thing? Fetch origin. It's no. Why is that? It's the first time there's not that doesn't work for me. It's like normally it fetches all the fucking branches, man. Let me do something else. How does it called? Stripe provider. Let's do it here actually. Get checkout. Stripe provider is what I need. Get pull origin. If I do git pull, it doesn't work. It on my PC doesn't work. It does work. Man, can you close everything here? This old stuff. Close all this shit. It's fucking Saturday evening and I'm still need to work. You know what I mean? Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that fucked up, man? How do I know that this is the latest thing? What's going on? Why is this in the red? Oh. I probably need to have some environment variables and all that bullshit. It's not. What's going on? Normally I just go. Is it go mob download? What's that, man? It's not. Go mob tidy or something? How can I trigger this downloading stuff? Ah, now we're here. Alright. What's going on here? This is probably the last stuff, right? This is Stripe and everything. Look at that, man. Look at that. And that's nice. So basically, let me open up as well the main real quick here to see what's going on. Hey guys. Hey, tell me how was your weekend going? What are your plans today? What are your plans? I went to the gym this afternoon, chest day. A lot of volume, low weight because I'm getting injured everywhere. It's my shoulder, my holy shit, man. My back, everything is broken. Messed my hands climbing. Verstappen got pole again. Verstappen, Max. Anthony, when is the hot tub stream coming? We can do that. But I don't have a hot tub. That's the thing. Otherwise, I would do it. You know what I mean? There are basically two streamers in this world. Streamers that make a terminal app you can sell coffee, and then people that make a billion-dollar company. You know what I mean? Just saying that. Weekend, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, cocaine and hookers. Pofferdom. Okay, so this is this thing. Okay, so what's going on here? Let me go back to this other thing real quick. See what's going on. I have no clue what's going on, guys. Which kind of port is this running on? Nobody knows. This one. Shit, I need to log in. But Anthony, this login form looks like shit. Yeah, buddy. What's my fucking password? I have no fucking clue. Look at that. Ay, caraga, la mama la mierda. Actually, guys, I have no fucking... I don't want to do this, to be honest, but I need to stream from time to time, and now I'm here, and I don't want to do it. Isn't that crazy? Oh, man. Ham and Ferrari will win next year. 100% information. What company are you working on? Daddy G6. Oh, summer's going on, man. It's so warm in here. It's crazy. So what's the thing is that this is actually not the metrics that I actually want. It's probably here. I don't need... Shit. It's probably this thing. No, it's this. It's the marketplace, and then I can go view details here. It's this one, right? This live data here. Shit. How can I actually... What's going on? Booty! Yee. Henry, do you use Hyperscript, Alpine, or something like that? This is basically just SvelteKit, my man. Very simple. A company, alright. So I'm actually thinking. I need to think, so I cannot interact. You know what I mean? I need to think from time to time as well. Any specific reason you're using SvelteKit? Because I hate Next.js. And if you use PHP, you also need to write JavaScript. So why don't you write JavaScript? You know what I mean? Just write JavaScript, and then it's fine, right? SvelteKit plus Temple. No, man. Temple or not to Temple? That's the question. What is this guy doing? My name is Anthony for you. Know what I mean? My name is Anthony. Who are you? A little bit of respect. Okay. I need to open up Figma right now. How do I do that without spoiling everything? If you want to know how it feels to work as an engineer, I can explain this. Oh yeah. What do you think? That it's different? No, it's the same. It's the same just like you. So what I'm looking for, mesdames et messieurs. So you can see that what I didn't like is this, right? They come, a designer, you see some designers, they design. That's the biggest problem with designers. They come up with this beautiful, look at that, it's actually, it's pretty nice, right? If you see this, the problem is that you have these forms here, right? Which are these, I don't know, borderless forms. And then you have these forms with borders. That makes no sense at all. Why would you do that, right? So I'm gonna be completely honest here. And I want your feedback on this, guys. If you are a designer, that experienced designer, I'm not an experienced designer, but I have a shit ton of experience myself, right? I'm everything. We know that, right? I'm the jack of all trades. You never do this because it's confusing as fuck. It's also very hard in the front end to basically make this, and I'm the front end engineer. Why is it called UE? The UE stands for the underwriting engine. Underwriting engine. That's what it stands for. Alright. So, I need to look for the live data page. Where is this thing? Well, look at that. Company live data. This is what we need. Spotify! Ay, ay, ay! Also, the gray background means disabled UX-wise. 100% agree. That's actually what happens if we go... Where the hell am I? If we go to a strategy, right? And we view details, you can see that this thing is actually disabled because it's already started, right? It's paused, but I mean, once it's started and you pause it, you can never and alter it anymore, if that makes sense. So this is basically my implementation of this screen, we saw, right? That's the problem with designers. They don't think from a user's perspective. They think from, oh, this looks cool. No, that's not what you do, my man. Okay, so these things, this stream is for specialists only, right? So if you think you're not a specialist, you can actually go away because it's not gonna make sense for you. You can actually stay. Why not? I mean, if you wanna listen to my yap, you can stay. These customer count, estimated runway, net growth rate, and the net churn rate, as well as the MRR, the monthly recurring revenue, which I don't see here. That's actually bad. So you see another mistake of the designer. He didn't include that. Well, you can see it here. New MMR. These metrics are getting calculated on the underwriting engine, which is Golang. This thing is calculating that. How is it calculating this? It's calculating that by, I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna be, this is, I cannot even find the words to explain how important this is. So it's going to calculate this by getting subscriptions, Stripe, Recurly, Charge B, CSV, Anthony JG. It's also going to connect with live bank data, right? So we connect over PSD2 with the bank account of these boys. And it's also going to hook into the accounting software of a company. And these things are basically going to be pulled into the underwriting engine, which is written in Golang. And guys, if you want to know how this is built and you want to learn more on all this stuff, there is something that is called the Total Coder. Link in the description. And if you go to Classroom, you can find Building Revenue, which basically explains you how this is built. Well, it's going to explain you. It's an ongoing process because the company is never done. So you can go there and you can subscribe. And for $9 a month, you could delete your WoW subscription, or you could stop buying Fortnite skins or League of Legends skins, and you can do that each month. And it's going to change your life for good. So these things, we're going to fetch these data, we're going to process them, and it's going to spit out a couple of metrics, right? All these things, cross-reference and all that stuff, risk analysis. And it's going to basically spin out the monthly recurring revenue, which is the easiest metric. Then it's going to spin out the net churn. Actually, the churn, net churn, whatever, churn. It's going to do the net growth. I'm going to, net, it's fine. Growth. That's what it's doing here. And also, because we have all these things, we can also calculate the runway. What is the runway, Anthony? I'm going to explain you. The runway is basically how long a company has before it's going bankrupt. That's the runway. Most of the companies, startups, have a runway of 3 months, 6 months. Some have more. That's the runway. So if we can calculate, if we have all these metrics, all these data sources connected, we can actually make what I call, and this is sales talk, a 360 X-ray vision of a company. 360 X-ray vision of the financial heart of a company. Why? So you, as an institutional investor, you can make better trading decisions on our platform. That's what we do. No, Timmy's allowed. Everybody's allowed. I'm just, like I said, I'm very tired, I'm not gonna lie. But I need to go. Puff it down. Alright, that's this. Now you know what's going on, right? So basically, where's Figma? These values need to be calculated, but I want to make some kind of a mock API so I can have these values in here. There is also a sell side of this platform, the sell side, which is the company which can trade their recurring revenue for upfront cash. So they also need these metrics. So it's not only buy side. So it's not a waste of time to do it already. But I think we have this metric customer /ID, and that's going to return handle get customer metric. Metrics customer ID, metric handler, handle customer metric. So we also need a time series, because you see these are time series, right? This is basically the last data we have. It's probably the last month, how it's right now. And this is going to be a time series. So I need an API for customer ID. For example, MRR. The question is, are we going to... This is a little bit of a design thing as well. I'm thinking, should we actually return all this stuff in one API? I think I'm going to make it separate. So we're going to have this thing. Metric handlers. First of all. Space this in real quick. Handle customer metric. I would just request everything. Yeah, but maybe we want to display something. For example, I think there is something. Where is this thing, man? Here. This is going to be... Because I couldn't find a way. I couldn't find a way actually here to put something above it. Because it's look at that. It's so weird. I'm gonna show you what's going on here. And I couldn't find it, so I stopped. So let me show you that. It's probably somewhere in it's marketplace, right? Let me see. I'm gonna show you what's going on. It's pretty weird. It was so weird that I stopped. It's gonna be... Oh. Is it this bar chart metric? Yeah. Look at this. It's somewhere. There's a lot of hardcode data. I'm just ported everything over of the designs. Trade one. Where is this bar chart? Bar chart metric. So even if I do this, I'll go into this, man. Wait. You see what's happening? So if I place text above these things, it's I don't know what it's doing. It's going loco, man. So it's pretty annoying. And I have no clue because according to the designs, this should be... Yeah. Huh? Why is it so less in here? Did they change that? Wait, what the fuck did they do? You're not kidding me. Oh, yeah, it's this one. It's this thing. Yeah, so you see, this needs... Look at that. Get the fuck out of here, man. What are you doing? Did I even have access to do this? Oh shit, I'm fucking up the whole Figma thing. I cannot do that. I'm not a Figma designer. Ah, now because this was here, it's the ARR here and the net growth, right? So we don't need the rest of these time series, right? We only need this. So we just do 2 queries so we can load them async. That's my idea here, right? Specify a max height on div outcharge. Is that so? Let's say, for example, I'm gonna make a little div here. I'm gonna call this ARR, right? Boom, and you see it's gonna fuck up, right? Okay, look at that. It's raining, baby. So that is telling me that we need to specify a max height, but that's a problem because it's a responsive thing, right? Max height. Let's do something like, I don't know, 200. You see, that doesn't fucking make sense. Look at that. Max height is no max height. 200 pics. You're right. I'm an idiot. Hey, that works. Man, why couldn't I come up with this myself? That's the question. Why does people need to fix my mistakes all the time? But the thing is that now it's not look at that. Now it's going to be nasty, right? Because this whole chart is gonna... I did my best to make it responsive-ish, but still needs to have some work. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, if you're gonna... Yeah. Anyway. What is this other actually, so I can... Net growth. net growth. Let's do this real quick. So then we know that growths. Shit, so now we have to do the same thing here as well, huh? Yeah, maybe I need to doesn't really matter. Fixed. Problem is already fixed. We need to do some more love on here, but it's gonna be fine. It's not the biggest problem here. Handle get customer, because I want to change this to get customer analysis, and this is gonna be handle get customer metric. I'm thinking here for good names. MRR. Yeah, something like that. And we're gonna have this. We're gonna have handle get customer metric churn. Handle get customer metric growth. Something like that. Net churn and net growth, something like that. Why don't just have handle customer metric and pass the metric you want as a query param? Yeah, but then your handler is going to be nasty, right? Then you need to do a check the query param and change on that. Just make different routes is so easy. Wait, now you make me think, Mansoor. Now you make me think. You put me on thinking here. How would that work? Because you're gonna have. We can pass query param in DB. Yeah, not too nasty, boys. Let me think. Let me cook. By the way, guys, I have a dinosaur egg. Look at that. Why is my... Look at that, I have a dinosaur egg. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Don't tell anybody. Let me think here. Let me think. So a new metric handle. So we're gonna have, for example, a type. Why not RPC API? What's an RPC API? It's just a regular API. Thinking he'd get magic. Request. Something like that. Or get magic request and then let me think here. Actually, it needs to be 3 hours because it's weird, but it is what it is. So we're gonna know the customer ID up front. So it's gonna be something like from. Something like this, right? From dates to dates. Actually, yeah, something like this. What do you think about that? And dates, start dates, and date. To be honest, actually it makes a lot of sense what Mansoor is telling me. To basically... I thought you used HTML instead of Svelte. Yes, we do, but like I said, we have a billion stuff that we need to do, right? It's not like it's not like we are making a terminal where we sell coffee. You know what I mean? I mentioned this in the beginning of the stream. Why? That this is happening here. This is a complete. This is something else. So maybe we could do a type here. RPC API like Getman. What are you talking about, man? HTML is only for to-do apps. Confirmed. It's not. But like I said, I think it's so weird that people are. There are on my streams, basically on every fucking stream on the internet, and that basically again confirms the state of tech, right? It confirms why people are getting fired. It confirms why people cannot find a job. It confirms why people are still broke. The only thing they care about is what editor do you use? What is your color theme? Why not this? Why not that? Why this? Why Python? Why PHP? Why G? Why? They just why? Like my 6-year-old boy asks me why all the time because he's 6 years old. He does not know about the world. Why is this happening? Why? Why is everybody fat, daddy? Why is this so fat? What's going on? Why? Why are we so rich? Why do we have that car and nobody else? So I need to explain the whys to this guy, to this little boy, every single day. You as an engineer, you don't need why. You need to ask other questions, like questions that brings you forward. You know what I mean? It does not matter what you use. It doesn't matter what language you use. It doesn't matter what editor you use. It does not matter at all. It really doesn't matter. TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, Next.js, SvelteKit, Svelte without the kit, Remix, whatever you want, pick it. Java, new programming. Java programming. Pick Java. It doesn't matter. If you are proficient, if you and your team are proficient in Java, write fucking Java. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. You know? It doesn't really matter. It really does not matter at all. Why are you using VS Code? It's like it looks like VS Code is the editor for the noobs. No, it's not true. You are a noob using NeoVim because you can't even, 1, you cannot even type, 2, you cannot even navigate, and 3, you don't build anything, and 4, you don't earn anything. What the fuck is going on? And then what they do, if that's not even enough, right? They cannot program. That's 1. They have a shitty job. That's 2. Then they're gonna say, okay, we're gonna use NeoVim. So they basically put themselves back, right? So they set themselves back. It's gonna be way harder. They're typing like a retard. They cannot. Oh no, so they can't. So they're stuck, right? And if that, guys, if that is not enough, they're gonna buy a split keyboard. And if that is not enough, they're gonna change from QWERTY to Dvorak. Can you imagine? Why is that even possible? Why are people doing themselves so much pain? I mean, at that point in life, you could basically just already hang yourself on a tree. You know what I mean? Because there is no difference. So it's like, yeah. It's sometimes it's very frustrating for me, man, because it's always the same questions. Ask me something about why does it work like that and why and some technical stuff like how do we call it, language and editor agnostic stuff, or maybe some Golang details. You know what I mean? Why, for example, why are you using a pointer for the metric handler, for example? But no, why are you using chi? Why not fiber? Why? That doesn't matter. You can use fiber because it's all the same thing. You know? Why? Why? It's the same in games as well. Why are you using Jinx instead of Jin? Why are you using this? Why are you using Teemo top? Why are you using Teemo mid? It doesn't matter what character I play. I win the game. Because it doesn't matter. I will always have more farm, more kills, more assists, more wards, more ward clears, more objective. I will be better in anything. Whatever character you give to me, it doesn't really matter. Because the game evolves. League of Legends is a simple game. You just need to do a couple stuff. And you can do that with any character. But that's why people are stuck at being bad. Why not return arrows and handlers? Exactly. You see? That's what I want to hear. Okay. What are we going to do here? Are we going to use a get magic request? We could do get magic request, one thing, right? Actually, what's going on here? You see, I cannot even type as well, but that doesn't really matter. Because I don't use Dvorak, I don't have a split keyboard, and I don't use NeoVim. So it's all good. You know what I mean? I can get away with this. So I'm thinking here, get metric request. So we could say a metric here, right? And that could be a string, for example, right? JSON, something like that. The metric itself, the metric we want. Oh, I have the best idea, man. We could do this, metrics. Something like that. People nowadays think the pencil and paper makes the artist. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, if you check these, sometimes when I'm bored, I'm checking these YouTube videos, and I see a lot of people that do art and all that stuff, and like these challenges. So what they do is, instead of using these Wacom tablets or these Wacom Cintiqs, they use some crappy stuff like these cell phones with their fingers and just the most garbage tools to prove, and paint. They use paint. They can make the most beautiful paintings in paint. But everybody's like, you need to have Photoshop and you need to have this and that. Everybody's so focused on their toolings and why the Wacom Cintiq and why this and why that, and can I use this and can I use your brush? Why are you using that brush? Shut the fuck up. It doesn't really matter. These guys, if you're really good at something, it doesn't actually really matter. You know what I mean? If I knock you out with my left or if I knock you out with my right hand, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna get knocked out anyway. It doesn't matter. You know? Left stance, right stance, it doesn't matter. Judo, BGG, you're gonna tap out anyway. I think people just want to be employable. Yeah, I understand that. But sometimes, like, I'm never gonna be I dreamed so hard for being a concept artist for so long. And I tried so many times, but I realized that I'm just not gonna be one. You know, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I tried everything. I can't. So I just accept I accept my fate of not being a concept artist because I'm a noob. Simple as that. And I just take it as a man and I move forward. You know what I mean? I just, hey, I'm not gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a billionaire. So it's all good, right? So get metric request. So we're gonna say the metrics we want. Isn't that a thing? Some query parameters here. I think started is so weird. So the problem, so what you need to understand is that these APIs are also public APIs for other companies as well later on. So these need to be designed kind of okay. So I cannot normally I would make this in, let's say 20 minutes, but I just can't because I need to think about that. Then we should pass it in the body instead if you're using an array of strings. This is a body, right? Oh, you mean like that? Of course, it's, yeah. I understand. You're a bit confused because the get here. I understand that, right? So it's going to be get me the metric request, not get post. It should be post get metric request. Metric request is fine. Let's take it as that. Metric seed, and then there's nest. So we also should have response. But I don't want to end up like a Stripe API because that's so nasty. It's going to be an array, right? It's going to be a slice of, yeah. How's the response going to look like? That's a good question. I'm designing it right now and I have no fucking clue. The thing is, I could do something like type metric. Look at that, metric foo, which is going to be a struct because I don't know the name. And if we don't know the name, we call it foo. So it's going to be a slice of metric foo. Something like that. Metrics. Actually, it's so bad because the problem is that the pagination. The question is, are we going to have the same amount of data? Because it could be that we have, for example, like 2 pages of data for ARR, MRR, but we're going to have only 1 page, for example, for a runway or something else. So pagination should be inside of the metric itself, right? Ticola Nesla. creative. Ticola Nesla. I like to remind myself that our customers don't give a damn about the technology we use. They are only interested in what we have to offer. That's so true. Look at that, man. Dino GZ response metrics type. Let me copy what. Let me show you here. Why not? Yeah. Look at that, man. Look at this. This is what I want to see here. Thank you so much. It gives me ideas. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, but it's gonna be fine. We could use a time series. It's gonna be fine because the time series is always gonna be a metric, huh? We could use type, and we can actually make some kind of some enumeration about that. Code. Don't shoot me because Golang doesn't have enums technically. Theoretically, actually, low key maybe. Data is gonna be shit. That's gonna be a problem, right? It's gonna be any because we don't know, right? And something like that. Can that work? It will be map string int. What are you working on? We are working on this. We are working on this, so you can already see that we need ARR and net growth. So that's actually pretty nice because we could do one call, one request, and get these 2 things. And the funny part is we need to do this for every single trade that's being made. Well, this is actually a payout request. Not quite sure. Elements here. Requested amount. Payout. Yeah, this is requested amount, my man. Puffadom. Oh, Bootharp. This is some. Yeah, it's fine. So this is a request. This is what's coming from the sell side. And then as buy side, you can check, hey, look at that. This is basically, it's growing. This comment is growing. Net growth, look at that. And then maybe a churn. They don't see churn here, so it's fine. And they can view more. And if they click view more, they come to another page. This. The live data, which you see, it's like, Merhaba, what's up? Fire Tats, Merhaba, Nesselson. Microservices have to be isolated units. Yeah, but microservice is something you probably, well, I mean, yeah. Microservices are way overrated, to be honest. You're never gonna use that, right? You're never gonna use that. So even at revenue, which is basically evaluated at 300 million, we don't use. It's a bit of a fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy. You know? Everybody's learning microservices, but by the end of the day, nobody's going to actually work in a company that uses microservices. The chance is very, very small. So it's pretty funny, isn't it? So don't think the page and offset would work here since they are all different metrics. Exactly, right? So we cannot do this. Well, we can. Isn't it? Because the time series is probably going to be... Buyuk takım. Hastayım aşkım. Hastayım. Wait, guys, so many... Let me think here. Wait, so we can actually... Then why struggle with Go when they're Ruby on Rails? Yeah! Ruby on Rails. Amazing. I already made a startup in Ruby on Rails. Academiclabs.com. The problem with Ruby on Rails is it's not typed. And I think type is very important. But you use any in your TypeScript. Correct. I only use any where I cannot find the type, you know? Then I use any. That's why my TypeScript is basically all red, you know? Look at that. It's red everywhere. Look at that. Event, we don't know what it is. Eddie. Boom. And that's even not working. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. So I actually want to disable my whole TypeScript linting because the only way I would use TypeScript is not for these bullshit here. It's basically for like these small little things, what's inside. But all the rest, I don't give a shit. For example, load page server load. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about these things, man. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. Goh. Just fill in data based on start and end time. What do you mean by that? I mean, of course you need that, right? I mean, what you gonna do? What if you have millions of records? You're gonna return it to the front end? You need to basically say, listen, because, I mean, you wanna... You see, that's why I don't like to stream this. I need to think about that, and it's so annoying, but what else do I need to do? What else do I need to stream? Do I need to do another a reaction stream? It's like... You know what I mean? I want to do something real. I mean, look at that. This is May to March, for example, right? So you want to start here and end here. You don't want to get billion rows, because if you need to load these traits, here are 2 traits here, but what if you have a list? What if you have a list of... Yeah, you can imagine what's going on, right? Like this guy, I mean, look at him, guys, again. Can't even zoom on his face. I mean, this guy is, it's done for him, man. It's over. What is he doing? Why is he still making YouTube videos at that age? You know what I mean? But he may be right. He may be right. What is he telling? What's the TLDR of this thing? Are you Microsoft even? Let's. It's a 30-minute video we need to watch. Are we gonna do that? It's annoying because the problem is if it's 30 minutes and then I need to talk, it's gonna be over 15 minutes. Problem is. No, don't watch. Look at that. Yeah, with the shirt of Pac-Man on. I mean, what the hell is that even? Get him out of here. You see, I cannot even focus. Let me think. So this page offset, I have no clue. I'm gonna delete this real quick, right? Just for the sake of. So we're gonna have a slice of metrics, which is going to be a slice of time series that's gonna be returned. The analysis needs to stay, get customer metrics. Let's delete this bullshit here. Boom. Is it data time series? Shh. A metrics customer. I need to sometimes I should actually disable chat and just be in my zone because it's so annoying to if you really want to get stuff done. Metrics customer / ID. That's fine. We get that. So let's post that actually, right? Let's make a post to this thing. Let's delete this. Handle get customer metric. Okay. I'm gonna try to get some is it decoder? It's probably encoder. Is it decoding or encoding? It's decoding, right? Add body, decodes, and rec. Return add is fine. Actually, it's gonna be. Did we have something for that? Hey! About JSON. What is it? Metrics? Slice time series probably. Alright. Maybe we should call it name. Haha! I just came with the best thing ever. Metric. The great one. This guy's videos are so funny. I never watch more than 5 minutes of a stream, but this is hilarious for the few minutes I'm here, man. Welcome! That's because we are on another level. You need to understand that. I know what you want, guys. Life is boring. I understand that. Streams are boring. We understand that. I understand that. So I try to basically give you a good fucking time. Why is this not formatting? What's going on? Did I make a mistake here? Not quite sure. That's probably here, down below. I will zoom even in. I will zoom even in for you guys. I swear to God. I think Jin is a framework for Go. Yes, it is. And you can use that. It's perfectly fine. You can use that. Yeah. Oh, all right. I want to do a Chewbacca imitation. So data is gonna be the metric is named. What's that? What's this gonna be? I don't know. Actually, to be honest, let's do an FMT println. It's weird because I was rec. Let's do that, and let's return something. Monthly recurring revenue. I found you. What's going on, by the way? We are building this. That's what we're building. And right now we're trying to design something, but like I said, I'm already awake from 7 o'clock this morning, and I was programming and I was doing business, and then I went to the gym. And I went to basically I'm already. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, and I'm already had a 10-hour work day, and I'm still working again. Isn't that amazing? And then after the stream is done, I need to cook food, and then it's time to go to sleep. So what the hell is my life? Nothing. Exactly. So if you think my life is nothing, my life exists out of completely nothing. But I cry in my $500 bills. Puff dom. Yeah, listen, I need to so everybody's gone. My kids are gone. My girlfriend is gone. My friends, I don't have friends. Basically, everybody is gone this weekend. What do? If everybody is gone, you basically take that moment. You seize the moment. People are lonely, right? For the people that sometimes you probably feel lonely. This is my tip. This is my tip if you feel lonely. If you feel lonely, that's actually the best feeling in the whole world. Why? Because you can do whatever you want. You can improve yourself. You can read a book. You can watch your series. You can play games. You can work. You can do whatever you want without being interrupted. Being lonely, for me, is being the best feeling in the world, because then I can get work done. I'm a lone wolf. You know what I mean? I love to be lonely. Lonely. How hard can it be to type in something? Data. So data is any, but like Mansoor already said, data is basically, to be honest, if this is you could do a couple things here, right? So you could do data, but you could do an entry or something. Like data, it's a slice of entry or value. I don't know how you're gonna call that. A time series value, time series, a time series. And a time series is this. A time series is basically this object structure. You see, people say, but Anthony, you type always wrong. You can navigate fast, but you always make mistakes in typing. That's true, but that's because I'm on another level. People are basically typing for, I don't know, maybe you can type 140, 150 words per second, words per minute, WPM. But when I type, I'm already 20 steps ahead. You know what I mean? So basically, you need to understand that if I type, I'm already thinking 20 steps ahead, and that's the problem. So I'm actually typing at muscle memory. So I'm typing basically dead. I'm dead. I'm typing being dead. That's what's happening. And I make mistakes because I type like I'm dead. Because my brain is completely somewhere else. That's the problem. I don't know how to prevent that. I have no clue. Sometimes it goes better if I can focus on the typing itself. But if I need to think and type, I always make mistakes. That's because I'm a chess player. I'm not a chess, but I'm steps ahead. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. That's what they call an attention disorder syndrome. That's the term dead keys come from. Exactly. You're typing being dead. That's what's happening. It's like my soul. You could also do something like this. You could do like the time, which is a time. Is that gonna work, guys? What do you think? And then you're gonna have the value itself. It's gonna be, yeah. What is that gonna be, huh? It's gonna be a float 64 probably. What do you think about that? Because now you have a typed data. Because that's what the map key is going to be anyway. If this is going to be a map, if this is going to be a map of string float 64 string, then the front end is going to get something where you need to basically get the time out of this here, and that's annoying. Nope. I think this is better. A slice of time series. Guys, please, give me some advice here. What is your max bench press? 105 kilograms. Double plates and 2 reds. No. Yes. Double plates and 2 reds. Double plates is basically 2 times 20. On each side, which is basically got 40 kilo. We need to do this. This is basically weightlifting math. I know you know that, Anthony, Dino, but some people don't know that. So basically, if we say double plates, we basically mean the double plates. Double plates is basically means 2 of 20 kgs each side, which is 40 kg each side. Basically, returns into 60. I'm so confused. It's 80, right? It's 80. But the bar itself, where you put your weights on, is 20. Unless you basically gym at the fucking script place. So, this is the bar. So that basically means 100 kg. So if you're in the double plate club, you can bench 100 kilo, which basically you're already at the top 1% of the human population. Because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people cannot do that. And a red is basically 2.5. So if you have 2 reds, you have basically 5 kg, which results in 105 kg. I probably can do more, but like I said, I'm an old man and I'm injured. And I'm natty. Maybe when I'm at TRT, I can do way more, right? But not now. Soon. Olympic bar for the win, exactly. Double plates. That's basically for the people I don't know that have basically never went to the gym. Double plates. That's your goal. If you cannot bench press double plates, you're not at the top 1% of strongmen in the world. My gym session started being better when I switched to dumbbells and stopped worrying about ego lifting. Exactly. I don't ego lift as well, right? That is my max, but I never do that. I bench with... most of the time right now, it's like 60 kilo. 60 kilo, that's what I bench. 60, 70, it's what I bench with, but I do a lot of reps. 15 reps because I'm very slow. Because my chest is already out through the roof. But I'm also... my shoulder, I'm injured and it's like... you need to basically train for longevity, right? Train for longevity. That's what you need to train for. So you can train every day and not... you can train for 3 months and then you're out for 2 months. That's not a good idea. So I deadlift basically almost never anymore. I squat still, but I still keep it at 120 max. I have videos where I squat 150. at 75 body weight. It's double my body weight, basically, what's happened. But it's there, so it's not worth it because the recovery process of squats and of heavy squats, but I'm still a big fan of heavy squats. But the recovery process of deadlifts, the recovery process of doing heavy gym sessions is not worth, man. The risk is not worth. And that's not how you build muscle, that's how you build strength. Muscle is being built by volume. I'm gonna show you something here. Lauren jumps. Look at her. So this girl, Lauren jumps. So this girl is a beautiful, well, human being. That's first of all. Let me show images. Look at her. Look at Lauren jumps. So why out of the hell is this stream basically evolving into a Lauren jumps? Well, what did I just told you guys? Muscles are being built. Big muscles come from volume, not from strength. She jump ropes. Okay? Now I'm gonna try to find a picture when she was basically at the start. She did that. So she started jump roping with Corona and now she's like a celebrity, superstar. Did you already checked her shoulders, man? Look at this. Look at her shoulders. Where is this thing? Can I? It's Reddit. Can I? Man, can we please have a zoom of this picture? How hard can it fucking be? Look at these shoulders, man. I got it. Look at this. Look at these. Look at her legs. Flat. She's flat, right? Glutes, non-existent. Non-existent glutes. Quads, non-existent. Shoulders. Probably bigger shoulders than you. Again, a jump rope that weighs nothing. That's basically the biggest proof that volume builds muscle. It builds mass. It doesn't build strength, but it builds mass. Look at these shoulders, man. This is fucking insane. And if you watch her TikTok or something, these shoulders, like, what the fuck is that? She's a fucking animal. But like I said again, quads, glutes, she's flat as fuck, right? She non-existent glutes. But shoulders, holy crap. Insane. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. Right? Could she be secret doing handstands? She will probably train, but this purely from jump roping, right? Purely from jump roping. 100%. My arms are small and I can still lift double plates. Yeah, my arms are small as well. I don't have the biggest. My biceps suck. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. So it's gonna be time series. I think I like that. Maybe we're gonna call this. Actually, it's gonna be fine. Data of the time series is gonna be a slice of time series. It's gonna be this thing, which is gonna have the JSON time. Paste this in because I'm lazy. Value. So man, is it this the same? This is this For some reason this... Can we please have another song? Because that's way too long already. It's much better, man. Do you like Rust, Anthony? Yeah, it's a good game, man. Rust, I like that. I like that you can build and that you can shoot people and all that stuff. I really like the game. The survival, yeah, I like it. Data points. Poof dumb. What is that? Man, I'm completely out of world, man. It's like value 100 something. Hey! How do we call that? I'm so sorry, guys. Hey, that's it. Incline for 34 kilo for 12. Incline is very good. The problem is, if I use dumbbells for incline, I don't feel it in my chest. It doesn't burn. I feel it too much on my shoulders. I need to stabilize too much, and it's like recently, I was not a big fan of the Smith machine. But well, for a long time, basically all my life, I was not a big fan of the Smith machine. But now I'm using the Smith machine a lot because it completely stabilizes. I'm a big fan of machines. Back in the day, I was a big fan of doing compounds and everything with barbells and dumbbells and loose stuff. But now I'm a big fan of doing machine work because you can just have this machine and you can just go. You know what I mean? You can just fucking go. It stabilizes everything and you focus. You basically hyper focus on the muscle you're training, and you can just keep going. Keep fucking going, right? It's like you can just pump out so many. You can keep squeezing and then when pull it a little bit lower and drop set until you need to throw up, man. That's so good. You cannot do that if you do. You can just keep going. It's injury. You cannot be injured. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good, my man. Listen to me. Oh. It's gonna be a local host though. Local hosts 3000 probably is that. I never seen this, but it's fun. It's gonna be an user ID, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. What's that? What's going on here, guys? Matrix customer ID. Oh. I was thinking, it's so weird. Can we not just do customer? Hey, what is this? Oh, I'm using HTTPS. Oh man, I'm an idioto. I think it's just this. I think it's that. Okay, cool. Unauthorized. That's. Oh no, I need to do that. Oh, no, I don't want that. Hey! Easy! Man, so many windows open, man. So many windows open, yo. Alright, now we have this bypassing the authorization, you know what I mean? We don't get anything here. Why is that? It's probably... Huh? Oh shit, it's because we are very stupido. Man, so many things open, I hate this. I'm gonna be a just chatting streamer, man. I swear to God, so cool. Like just chatting, I'm so good at yapping. I cannot return this. I'm so good at yapping, and I can just sit there and yap, and I don't need to think about anything. And you know, it's like the biggest tip I can give you as a technical streamer is to basically put your ego aside. They say, Anthony, you have a big ego. Maybe. But I can put it aside because I need to program live for you guys, right? You know? And I'm not afraid to make any mistakes. I just don't think about it, you know? I make the stupidest things in the whole planet. I'm not afraid, you know? It's all about the entry. Of course, if you are like a yeah. How can I explain that? I mean, if you're on a if you're a world-class football player on a football field playing for fucking Paris Saint-Germain next to Messi, Hakimi, Mbappe, Doku, Sergio Ramos. Who's playing there? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. They don't think about making stupid mistakes. You know, they just play, and if they make a mistake, they make a mistake, and it is what it is. And Anatoly Klinervits, yeah, but I don't know how that's possible. But this guy is so fucking strong. I don't even understand how that's possible. It's really cool videos, and this guy. I mean, if he is basically shirtless, he looks very jacked, right? But with his cleaner clothes, he looks very small, but he's so fucking strong. It's Verratti, yeah. Because my son is such a big fan of PSG. he's an Mbappe fan. I don't think he's the best. I mean, Mbappe, I don't know. Maybe a little, he's fast, but... Okay, wait. I think Sergio Ramos is badass, man. Sergio Ramos is a badass motherfucker. So what's going on? Sent. Okay, connection was refused. Where's that again? Oh, man. Okay, metrics. Data is a little bit of a problem. Authentication is being, we develop our own. It's simple. You just have an API key. Well, what can happen? You know what I mean? You use an API key. You from the database. You make sure you can roll it and disable it. And I mean, what can happen actually, right? I mean, why are people so? Maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something, but I think a simple authorization header. Hey! A simple authorization header where the value bearer, even I don't even understand why bearer needs to be there. It's like just type in some fucking random token and use that. You create the authorization header. You check if it exists in the database. If it exists in the database, you have the user Or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm actually doubting myself at the moment I'm speaking. But I think that's how we did it for so many years, right? And now it's OAuth and all that bullshit. But OAuth is for the permissions, right? To handle all these permissions and all. But I think it's too complex. It's just a simple API. And then you can attach on this API key. You can attach read, write, and admin. You can add roles to your API key. And if the user basically wants to re-roll, he can re-roll his API key. Revoke access and whatever, right? It's his responsibility to not leak it. That's how I would do authentication for APIs. Handle sessions, we don't handle sessions at all. Okay, so now we have this metrics. The metric is MRR. The data is a time and a value. I like it. Sergio is the chat. He has. Sergio is crazy, man. I think he has the most red cards of the whole history. Sergio Ramos. Start thinking, eh? I think that's good enough. I'm actually so fucking tired, man. Okay. There's a fly in my room here. A fly. What I'm gonna do is, because it's on this branch. So one thing that I actually wanna, so people can actually continue here, is metrics customer / ID. Why don't you do something like /customer ID metrics Barcelona. Barcelona. Why don't you implement a route to get the latest metric for the customer? Yeah, but that's an analysis. That's the analysis, right? So it's going to be something like metrics customers or customer ID analysis. You know what I mean? And that will give you actually 3 fields, or a couple fields. That will give you maybe sub counts or something. A sub count. It will give you MRR, churn, net, growth, runway soup. This would make more sense if you have other customer endpoints, in my opinion. Yeah, we have this one, right? Get a customer, post, create a customer, update a customer, delete one. So what we also need is this, right? Later on is this /customer ID integrations. Or something like that to get a list of integrations. I need that as well in the front end. Something to think about, huh? Just thinking out loud, just like Ed Sheeran, you know? He's always thinking out loud. Customer metrics or metrics customer ID, it doesn't really fucking matter. We will see. I'm too tired to think about that. What can we discuss? Because I need some fires, guys. What I'm gonna do is listen. I'm gonna go for 2 minutes. I'm gonna pee. I come back. Okay? I come back because I don't want to code anymore. My brain is I'm done. It's over. Alright? But listen guys, hear me out, chat. I come back. You guys think about what we're gonna talk about. Maybe we're gonna do a Reddit. We're gonna skip, we're gonna try to fetch some soy dev from Reddit and try to react on that. I don't like to react on videos because I don't know, it's like it takes so long. Reddit. Dive into anything. Can we see? Maybe we can react on something on Reddit. Just check it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Think about that. 2 minutes. I come back and we roast somebody. You know what I mean? Or maybe on Twitter. Maybe there is like a tweet. I need to be careful, but there's always porn. I watch porn on Twitter as well. I'm gonna lie. From time to time, I'll try to look at beautiful girls, but they just pop up on my thing here. I don't understand why. Look at that. For example, yeah. Crossed over 800 MMR for you form. GG, man. You're broke! It's broke, man. But hey, at least he's doing something. You know, who is this guy? Okay. Co-founder of Uform. Let's check that out. Everybody thinks Peter Levels is like this guy. It's like, what the hell? I think Peter Levels is soy dev, but hey, he's rich. Well, we don't know, right? We don't know because there's always, look at him. Zero legs, zero calves, no shoulders, no arm, and he's training, every day. He's almost at 100 kilo deadlift. I mean, I do not even warm up with anything below 100 kilo for deadlift. It's like, what the hell is going on, man? I mean, please. Get good. Get good. Get good, man. The full-time GoDev discount not working. Listen, so if the full-time GoDev discount is not working, it means that my coupon codes are basically all sold out. Do not fear, because I can create them out of thin air. But it's good news, because I had like, I don't know, like 2,000 like these coupons. So that basically means 2,000 times that price. I mean, quick math. So that's good news, right? But I will check. You mean the 60% summer sale? I will check. And I will reapply that. 100%. So give me literally 2 minutes and I come back. And then we're probably gonna... You guys can already check something on Reddit, like a Golang thing or something else. Or a tag. I want drama. That's what I want, okay? I'll go back. Drama. I want to see drama. Blood on the streets. That's what I want to see when I come back. Blood on the streets. I want to see people cry. Wat dan? I read something about whales for building desktop apps. Yeah. Hey chat, what do you recommend as a cool project to do? What's the equivalent for Go group imports versus Go code extensions in Golang? Nobody knows. Why is it safe to return the address of a function's local variable? What a kind of stupid question is that even? There are no stupid questions. Well, there are, but that's probably not a stupid question. I have done is basically talking about function pointers. That's what he's talking about. Oh wait, newbie here. Why is it safe to? Oh, this is actually wait. This is actually a more deeper question than I thought. It's my bad. Why is it safe to return the address of a function's local variable? So what does that mean? Let me show you. For example, you have func, foo, bar, and bus. And we create a local variable in this function. For example, local variable, the local variable. And that's going to be the local variable. Variable. Just like that, right? So we can actually say it's going to be a string. A pointer to the string. Return the local variable. That's his question. Why is it safe to return a pointer to a local variable? Actually, a string is, to be honest, maybe a bad example. Let's call an int. 3. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? It could be a structure as well. So the thing is, let's say actually that's a stupid thing. So let's maybe do something like shit. You can't do that. I was actually explicitly wanna declare that to confuse you, but now I cannot return. That's gonna be a foo here. You know what I mean? Pointer to foo actually. So the thing is that if you return, oh yeah, it's oh man. Actually, that's maybe it, right? Something like that was better because this is a local variable. Yeah, but it's going to be created on the heap anyways, right? I'm curious to know why the Go. Actually, it's interesting. I want to see what his thought process is here. Why is he asking that? I've done some Python, but Go is my first compiled and statically typed language. GG, man. I'm curious to know why the Go programming language book by Kern and Don say this is safe. Kern and Don say this is safe, and I'm sure it is. But what does that mean? I have a pointer for a local variable, then I guess that's an address in the stack frame. When I return that stack frame will be gone and might get overwritten with a no man. It's not how it works. It's Golang. It's magic. So I just want to know what is happening to make it safe. Does the basic variable have to go to the heap? Yes. I thought primitives could be assigned to the stack and reference types have to go on the heap since primitives normally get returned by value. But here, if we are talking the address of a primitive, would it be get sent to the heap? Yes. I'm a bit out of my depth. So an Eli 5 would be helpful of sorts. What's an Eli 5, man? L15. What's an L15? Can somebody please tell me what an L15 is? Explain me like I'm 5. God damn it, man. I'm a boomer. I don't know anything about that. Well, to be honest, guys, So I like to basically avoid these things because I'm not, like I said, I'm not Albert Einstein. But the thing is that, so a good example for this is what he means, right? This is what he means. Let us be honest. I think this is what he means, right? Func. So we have func foo bar bus, and it returns a pointer to foo, but foo is basically a local variable, right? This is a local instance, actually. My var, right? Because otherwise it's confusing. Too much foo and too less bar. So my var is basically a simple foo structure, type foo, and we are gonna return the point. We're gonna return a pointer to a foo, right? So it's basically going to be the pointer to my var. So what's gonna happen that? So we know that we have in a function in Golang. So correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, guys, please correct me. I'm just gonna try to explain a little bit. So we're gonna have what they call, in programming in general, right? It's gonna be a stack, right? And a stack is basically something that is tied to some kind of a function. For example, the main has a stack, probably, and you're gonna have each function has a stack, the stack of the function, right? So what's basically gonna happen is that you're gonna have the stack and the heap, right? So what's the heap? The heap is basically, without going into its heap memory, it's basically global program space memory. It's basically, to explain it like your 5, it's actually just a pre-allocated space of memory for your program. That's what it is. But the stack is also a also some kind of memory space, but tied to your function. And when your function returns, the stack is going to get cleaned up, right? The stack is going to get, he's gone. So what do we know by that? Is that if we create a local variable named myvar, but we're returning a pointer to myvar, what Golang is going to do is going to move this to the heap, right? If we return a pointer to myvar, we need to move myvar to the heap. That's what I think. What else? Because the stack is going to get cleaned up, and if we do not move this to the heap, well, then it's GG well played, because there is no myvar anymore. And that's exactly what happens in other languages. But Golang is so smart that Golang knows this. Hey, you're going to return a pointer to a local variable. That basically means that I need to basically make that variable not local anymore, and I need to make this variable global on the heap, right? But if you take Odin, for example, right? If you do in Odin this, this is not gonna work in Odin, I think, because I came across this problem where you need to if you wanna, so what's gonna happen? We do this. This is what we do in Golang. For example, func new foo, right, is going to return a pointer to foo, right? And we do something like this: return. Can we please return and foo? That's what we do in Golang. Man, this it's too big of a font size, but it's fine. You see, I cannot even. It's like this return is so big on my screen, it's like crazy. Let me zoom a little bit out here. So that's that. So this is a new foo. This foo is basically, technically, a local variable that's getting moved to the heap, because you're gonna create this. You're gonna return a pointer, so you need to move that to the heap, right? If you do this in Odin, you're gonna get an how do you call that? What is the exact error if you do that in another language? Basically, I think it's in C, the same thing. It's going to give you segmentation fault. It's going to give you a segmentation fault. But in Golang it does not, because Golang moves it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm 100% sure in the Odin language you're gonna have this problem, and in C probably as well. Because we could do this. We do this name foo, right? But if you do this in Odin, you need to do something like func. You make something like maybe new foo or something, and you're going to give the foo here, which is going to be a pointer to foo, right? And you can return a pointer to foo again or something, and you do so foo.name is whatever. If you want to instantiate it and you return foo or something, something more like that, or you just do not create a pointer at all. Something. I remember that. Something like that. Actually, that's a bad example, but hey. So that's what's happening, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's called a dangling pointer, exactly. But in Golang, it's fixing it. Golang fixes this, but C and Odin does not. So that's why it's safe. That's probably also why Kern and Don, I don't know who that is. Kern and Don, they're like Ben and Jerry, you know. Kern and Don, they say that it's safe. In Golang, it is. Golang is safe. Golang will move your stack, your dangling pointer. It will basically allocate it into the heap. GG well played. It's going to shake your hands, and you're fine, right? But that's why I think. So it's fine. Actually, you don't think about this that much if you write Go. But if you come from other languages, like it shot me in the foot when I was using Odin. I was so used to basically allocate and return these pointers, but you can't in other languages. Only 1 billion. Yeah, I know. Still a lot of work to do, let us be honest. How do I know which error to handle? Man, I mean... Hey, it's another dreading error handling question. Laughing my ass off. So, I'm new to Golang and I'm building a UI Docker object management tool. I'm using the Docker API. dc.cli is Docker client, and I have code like this. dc.cli.container_inspect context background ID. It's returning an info and an error, and if the error is not nil, we're going to return the error. I want to handle this error, but how do I know which error this is? Yeah. Use errors is. Yes, and then you can check what kind of error you want to handle, right? You should provide error types, yeah. For example, at end of file, SQL no rows. How do we know that? Well, you check the documentation, or you basically print them out from print sometimes and see what it is, and gradually. But documentation is probably your best bet. To be honest, I think it's a good question because, yeah, if you're coming from another language, how do we know what this is, right? Well, you check it with errors is, right? Or you basic, yeah. Because error is a type, you can have custom errors, so you can compare errors with each other. Cover your entire yeah. What do you guys use for web UI development? Postgres database animation tool. What projects did you build or working on right now? A JavaScript developer tries Go for the first time. Okay, that's interesting. Error is a value. R is a reason to kick a con. My advice for the question: stop using Docker. Have you used Bubble Tea? No. But Bubble Tea sounds good. Bubble Tea sounds really, really cool. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to build something with that. As a JavaScript developer tries Go for the first time. A JavaScript developer tries Go for the first time. Written by Baha Zidam. The son of Zinedine Zidane. The year is 2024. I've been building software for over a little of 5 years. And while I had to use languages like Python, Java, or C for certain projects, I wrote the vast majority of my code in JavaScript. This article isn't going to be a rant against JavaScript. There are enough of these already. 100% agree. I'll just list a few things I found to be really cool in the Go programming language from my perspective as a web developer. Think of it as my first impressions on the language. A first date, eh? A first date. Error as values. It's pretty funny because we're just talking about that and somebody mentioned that on stream and now we have it. If you've done any serious development in JavaScript, you'll reach the conclusion that it's almost always better to return errors as normal JS objects instead of throwing an instance of the built-in errors clause. That's actually true. That's what I'm always doing, like just return an error and then just return an object and perceive that as an error object. And just compare your result object with the error, the actual error object, right? Because throwing is a pain in the ass. Hey, I like this. Golang comes with this out of the box, right? Errors are returned as values and you explicitly handle them using if add is nil checks. Yeah. If you want the program to crash, use the panic keyword. You can also recover from a panic using recover statement. While this may feel very gnarly to write, it's so easy to read. Hey. And what do we do most? Maybe because people are always complaining about, yeah, but it's so annoying to write. It's easy to read, and the majority of your time as a developer, you're probably going to read code and not write, which is a good trade-off in my opinion. I like it. Defer. Well, a defer statement defers the execution of a function until the surrounding function returns. Yes. This is super handy when you're doing anything that requires a cleanup step. Yeah, cleaning, deallocating resources, basically not what we want to do. But for example, close a file, close the response body and all that shenanigans. Or basically unlock a mutex, right? Here's a function where I open a file, copy its contents to another file. I'm not going to check that. It's basically stuff. This works. Actually, to be honest, this whole defer is very simple, right? Type conversion is explicit. That's maybe interesting. One of the biggest sources of memes on JavaScript is type coercion. I don't know how to pronounce that thing. JavaScript tries to automatically change the types of your values depending on the operation you're trying to do. While type coercion can be handy sometimes, it often leads to bugs and confusion among newcomers. Yeah, these things. Yo. So basically what it's doing, it's trying to convert, it's trying to basically infer what you're trying to do, right, with these things. So for example, 0 is an empty array. 0 equals 0 in a string. And if you think about it, then you have this one. Look at that. Then this 0 string equals that. So if you think about it, it's so cool that it can do that. But the question is why? Why even? Right? Why even? It's very annoying in JavaScript. That's why you use 3 equal signs. Yeah. You know what I mean? In Go, assignment between items of different types requires an explicit conversion. It will not compile if you're trying to assign a string to an int or try to add 2 mismatched types. While this simplicity makes Go a little bit harder to write, it makes it easy to read and maintain, which is a recurring theme. Yeah, buddy. No break statement needed at the end of every switch case. Yeah, that was we know, right? So basically, people coming from other languages always say, why don't you use break? But we don't need to. Well, if you want to fall through, you use a fall through keywords, but otherwise it will automatically break your statement. Pointers. Simple type system. 2. Painful. I'm not lying. Very painful. Only one way to do things. Actually very important to read this. While it may sound restrictive at first, having only one way to do a given thing makes Go a very easy language, especially for big teams working on big code bases. A junior developer should produce the same code as a senior would produce working on the same problem. Yeah, this is what it tells is true, but this is a copy-pasted statement from somewhere else, but it's fine. A simple example for that is loops in Go. Go has only one looping construct, the for loop. That's not true. We also have the for range. That's a range, but it's also a for, right? Still ways to go. Hey, thank you for reading. GG, well played. Ugh. Generic concurrency in Golang. What the hell is that? Does Golang have anything similar to interpolated strings? Printf, buddy. Printf. And they do use Windows, yes. I use Windows. Linux is for brokies. Because nothing works on Linux, you know what I mean? The only thing that works on Linux is just your editor. It's good to program, but besides that, nothing works. You can't play a game. You can't play decent software, video software, something else, you know. It's always something. Yeah, that's the thing. Always something. Like my GPU is so strong, it's so hard for to find drivers and everything. There's so many problems with that. So it's just not worth, you know. So we built a reverse tunnel in Go over HTTP 3. Go routine leak issue. Compiled bash with Go. Implementing MVC. Help with architectural decision. Go backend with HTMX and Flutter. Backend Go, web app, HTMX temple, mobile app. Dart. Randomize values for user defined. What the hell is that? Increase Go version of indirect dependencies. Anyway, there are some cool questions here, right? I think for people should actually from time to time read these right now. I think it's here using following instructions here. Understanding and implementing the semaphore pattern in Go. Interesting stuff. You know, you should do that. Why not? Do you use Mac? Yes, I have a Mac as well. So right now I'm on Windows, but when I go back into my seat and do some other business stuff, I use my MacBook as my laptop. And if I did not stream, I would use Mac, right? So I would never use Windows for programming. You should always use a MacBook, in my opinion. It's the best thing. And if you cannot pay it, that's your problem, not mine. But a MacBook is just very good. It's so it install and stuff is easy. It's like everything just works. It's beautiful. It's brew, install, press buttons, and everything just works like a charm. The problem is I'm a streamer, so I need to multi-stream to 3 platforms. A MacBook cannot handle that, right? A MacBook is gonna melt. That's the problem. Even the M3 is gonna melt. They melt. You know what I mean? That's the problem. So, yeah. What the hell? They made it. This made this free. What the hell is that? Oh yeah. Bro, my MacBook can perfectly stream to 3 platforms. How do you know that? Did you already stream to 3 platforms for 3 hours? I don't think so. Depends if you what do you use? Listen, my decoding is on-the-fly decoding with my GPU, right? What I'm using. I don't think... does your MacBook even have a GPU inside of it? And what does it has? MacBook is fine for streaming, yeah, but there are a couple things you need to understand. Quality and all that stuff, and buffering and bit rates is pretty important. You decode everything with your GPU if you can, not with your CPU. So you need to have a good GPU. Very important. I streamed on my MacBook in the beginning, but it was just a problem from most of the times. Because my decoders were not... The boys are saying that the MacBook is fine for streaming. But hence, did you try to stream for 3 hours while coding, while having everything open, while also recording on your own PC? Try to do that and come back. And come back. It's not gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. Because if that's the case, a lot of people would use it, right? My PC, it's crazy. Okay, so compare your MacBook shit with this fucking CPU. It's the best on the market. There's nothing better than this. This is the best. I cannot even zoom this in. Maybe I can actually if I screenshot this. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really fucking matter. You can even you can have everything. Hack me. Hack me, baby. Hack me. Here, this one. E9. This is the best of the best. Nogmaals op de track. Hou je back. It's water cooled, baby. There's a big of a difference. You see, trust me, it is. It's still a big of a difference, man. Your MacBook is just a small thing. You need to stream 3 platforms. You have GPU decoding on the fly, then you need to save everything on your disk, and you need to code with 20 tabs open. I mean, you need to understand that this is a DSLR camera all attached to that stuff. It's not. If you attach my camera on your PC with all this stuff, it's probably, it's gonna like you're jerking up. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. Your laptop is not gonna. What do you think? If this PC is I mean, I can buy 2 of your M3s from that. Plus, it has the NVIDIA in it. NVIDIA big card, big dick card, guys. Just you guys say, believe me. Get enterprise Windows and have some old keys. You need to understand that this CPU is basically way over. How do you say that? It's overkill. This CPU is a complete overkill, right? You never use this. This CPU is so good, you can just read it. And I mean, this is the best back then. It's 1 year ago when I bought this PC. It was the best CPU and there was nothing better. This is the best. This is the best CPU ever. Right now, maybe there's a new one, but even if you check Asmongold's company with the PCs for gaming PCs, the best high-end gaming PCs they ship with the same CPU, right? Is what it is. But still overkill for what I'm doing. Get a prepo. No, the only thing I can give you is my bank account number. What are you using to make those bar charts? Chart.js. It's a big space heater, 100%. 100%. The problem is with these CPUs, the E9s, they are so hard to cool. They get very, very warm, so you need water cooling in this thing. You need very, very good cooling, or it's GG well played. It's over. But if I could choose between this and coding on a MacBook, I would pick a MacBook every time of the day, but I just can't, right? The thing is that I can open DaVinci Resolve, which is a big thing. I can open everything on this. This is why I tell people that I have no problems with VS Code. So I can open up 100 instances of VS Code and I'm not gonna lag, right? It's like I have all these things. I can have this completely open, and it's just booting up. Like, look at that, boom! This whole video is loaded in. And I have a couple of instances of this. I'm streaming to 3 platforms as well, recording. I mean, I can even play games at the highest end FPS all at the same time, you know? That's why I have this PC. Your M3 cannot do that. Your M3 is right now, it's melting, right? You can cook eggs on it, right? And eat an omelette. That's the thing. You know, so people are still like everything is just fast on this PC. There is no problem. But I need to, because otherwise my life is going to be so bad if I stream and I need to code and it's slow, and yeah. And that's the problem that I had on my MacBook, which was not the best one. I understand that. But I mean, if I needed to choose between a new MacBook or a big streaming PC, yeah, well, you know what I mean. What about dual PC streaming? Yeah, but that's maybe for games. Like these professional streamers do that, but I mean, hey ho. Hey ho! Hey ho! You're just awesome. How can I become as good as you? I'm not even good, man. I'm just authentic. That's different, right? Just be you. If you just be you, and you're gonna be fine, right? And don't basically compare yourself. That's what you need to do. Stop comparing, right? Stop comparing yourself, and don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to say wrong things. Don't be afraid to look like a fool. Just do you, and then you're me. It's simple as that. Because the only thing that I do. Yeah, so basically this is just Chart.js. This is custom. This is div. This is a div, right? Simple div. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is basically a gradient and everything. I did a gradient here, a little gradient. Yeah. Puff dumb. Guys, I'm gonna cook food. What I'm gonna cook today is something very special. I was basically in the store and I thought, man, I'm gonna do something different. So I bought a celder. No, not a celder. I bought a pre. What is a pre in English? Can somebody translate pre? Pre, Engels. A leek. I bought a leek. With some paprika and some sweet onions. Some ground beef. 100, actually almost 100% ground beef. Yeah, ground beef, but from the cow, right? Not 60% lean meat. It's higher. The one that I have is higher. It's like, it's crazy. So I'm gonna make the leek with the paprika, with the sweet onions. Gonna compress that together. A little bit of pepper sale, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of everything, you know. And then I'm gonna eat that up. But Anthony, where are your carbs? Very good question. The carbs are basically here. This is my trick. Harry's brood. That's what I eat. This one. This is what I eat, guys. You can buy that on Amazon. That's crazy, man. Guys, listen. If you wanna, this is the best thing on the whole planet. But this is B. The one that I have is A. This is not what we want. This is not the correct Harry's. This is not the correct Harry's bread. We need to find the Harry's bread. Harry's brood. Potverdam! What is that? Here! That's what we need. This is what you need. This is what you need. This one. If you want to be as jacked as I am, and trust me, I am, you need to have this guy here. Why? Because it's the best of the best of the best. It has no sugars like these, how do you call it? Added sugars. It has good proteins. It's so good and it's perfect. This one is what we need. Look at that here. Okay, if you're a soy def, if you're gluten free, yeah, you're gonna die if you eat this, but it's fine. I mean, I eat this all the fucking time. It's so good. So I'm gonna eat this with a couple of slices of this Harry's. 4 to 6 slices, right? That's what I eat. So I basically eat 4 to 6 slices at lunch and 4 to 6 slices at dinner as carbs, because you can. It's good. That's the only thing you need. No rice, because you cannot shit from that. Potatoes, maybe. You know, Harry's brood. Trust me. I got the 910 beef, exactly. That's what I have. 910 beef. Man, hey, sponsor of a lifetime? Listen, so what happens in my life is people copy me. It happens on the internet. It also happens with my friends and people that I influence people every single day. It's weird. I don't want to be an influencer. I am not special. I'm actually not special at all. I don't know what's going on, but I influence people indirectly every day. So what happened is this. So I'm going to the gym and I'm trying to think about easy and efficient ways to make food and what to eat. And I came up with this Harry. So each time I'm in the store, I'm going to check all this stuff. And I'm going to see what are the statistics, the metrics, some analytics. You know what I mean? The statistics, the gear score. And this one was so good. And I was eating this all the time. And suddenly, everybody said, man, you're so jacked. Oh, how do you do that? Boom, Harry's brood. Harry's bread. And everybody bought Harry's bread. I swear to God. And for my birthday, some friend of mine, some gym buddy, he made a t-shirt. He basically bought a t-shirt and printed the Harry's logo on it. Yeah. That's how big of a Harry's fan I am. That's what happens. Pasta. Yeah, but pasta is... The problem with pasta makes you fat, guys. You don't understand that. If you eat too much pasta, you're gonna be papa. You know what I mean? A papa. You're gonna be a big papa. And not like me. I'm shredded as fuck. And there's nothing you can do about it. Thanks to Harry's bread. Game over. It is. When did you start working out? When I was heartbroken because my wife left me with 2 kids and she said GG for somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's when I basically went. That was basically the time in my life I was a broken man, and it changed me forever. It made me completely heartless, ruthless, savage. It turned me into this unstoppable machine. Yeah. Because you need to understand, at a certain point of time, you make kids, you have a good life, you spend... So the problem is... So the problem with us boys, with us people actually, is that if we start relationships, so there is a critical point in our lives, is basically 18. Gonna be some advice. 18, and that happens between 18 and 30. Well, maybe 28, something like, maybe actually, yeah, something like that. So 18 and 28 is a very influential period. It's 10 years. It's basically, in these 10 years, your life is going to be shaped, or it's not going to be shaped at all. Right? This time in your life, of course, your youth is very important as well, but that's, I mean, you're gonna play football, you're gonna take some drugs, and you're gonna party. I mean, that's what you need to do there. But here, this period of time is where you're gonna get fucked up. Fucked up, because at a certain point of time, here, for example, 24. What's gonna happen is you're gonna find the girl of your life, right? She's beautiful, she's good, everything is fine. You build a life together. You don't have any backpack, right? You know what I mean? You don't have any. You're clean. You and her, you're clean as fuck because you're here. Nothing happened, right? Clean and mean. So you're gonna start together. You're gonna build up a life. So you're gonna do every major important life occurrence event is going to happen with her, right? At a certain point of time, I was 22. But at a certain point of time, she's gonna say, "Hey, thank you, and see you later." And you're gonna get kids together. You're gonna have another kid together. You're gonna good times, bad times, and you're gonna get married maybe or engaged, and you're gonna buy a house. You're gonna do all these things together. And at a certain point of time, one or the other decides to break it up, right? So, of course, you love that person, but it's not only the love for that person. It's your whole life is built around that, right? Your evenings, your weekends, the Mondays, the Wednesdays, those cool Thursdays. Everything is built around that piece of person, life, and you feel safe. But at a certain point of time, it's gone. So everything changes, and that's very hard because a lot of people commit suicide, or basically try to kill themselves, or drink or drugs, or completely, basically, the whole life goes south because they don't know what to do. And I can 100% agree that people are depressed by such event. Because then you're there alone with 2 kids. What the hell are you gonna do that? You know what I mean? So these events in people's life, they build you in a certain way, where whatever is gonna happen here, it's not gonna matter anymore because it's never gonna be like this, right? If my fucking car explodes right now in front of my eyes, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Because what I've been through here is, you cannot understand that. So nothing else can break me anymore. I don't give a shit anymore, you know what I mean? So be very careful what you do in this period of time, right? And if these events happen, and they probably will, it's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt for a very long time, and you're gonna cry for a very long time. But it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better sooner or later. So basically, it's this. Yeah, it's basically the same with death or something, right? Death. If somebody dies or something, right? It's the same thing. It's like this person you built, it's gone, and yeah, it's like coping with its grief. They call it grief, baby. That's what I'm looking for. It's grief. It's very hard. So to say how you turn to, yeah, I turned into a savage here. You know what I mean? It turned me into this motherfucking piece of unit. And yeah, that's how it happens with a lot of people, right? You're gonna try to build yourself better, and you're gonna try to, yeah, live life differently. And that's why it's also very hard to basically find love again. Because loving a person, love is not enough. Love is not enough. I swear to God, guys. Love only is not enough. Because you're so, especially, you're so used to this life. It's gonna be very hard for this other person to give you the same. She can be beautiful, and you can love her so much, but life is broader than just sitting in front of TV and playing a game, or having sex, or drinking, sipping margaritas on the beach. Life is much more complex. So I wish you the best in your career, in your Tinder dates, because I don't think you're gonna find it there. All you need is love. Beatles, all a lie. Yeah, it is. It's a lie. Because love is not enough, I swear to God. You can love somebody so much, but if it's not... There is so many... Life is so many things, man. It's so many things. It's so many things. It's so much more than only love. I swear to God. How old are you? 37. Yeah, that's basically what happens, right? My story is not special. I think it happens with a lot of people, especially right now in these in these times, these modern times. Back in the day, 20 years ago, if you getting divorced, that was like a shame, you know. It was a shame. But right now, it's not, right? Everybody's breaking up. It's crazy, right? Because it's. I think people are basically getting in relationships way too soon. I don't think you need a relationship. You can have some fun, but I think you first need to find yourself a little bit, get some experience in life, and then search. Because if you know what you want in your life, you can find a better partner. You know what I mean? Because that's important. I mean, finding a girl with nice boobs and a nice ass and a beautiful face is not that hard. But finding somebody that basically relates and connects with you, that's very hard. And having these two together, it's even harder, right? So, but how can you know what you're looking for when you're 18, between 18 and 28? It's impossible, right? Because your life changes. Let's get some experiences first. Travel around the world. Do your stuff. Get good. Find a job. Build a company. Fail a couple of times. And when you're 28, between 28 and maybe 34, I think that's perfectly fine. You're still young to make kids. You're still in the peak of your life. You have somewhat of experience. I think if people start doing this and start finding partners a little bit later, instead of trying to basically copulate at the fucking age of 18, I think a lot of less crime is going to happen. I think life's going to be a little bit better. And also relationships will last longer. That's what I think. But hey, I'm not a psychiatrist. Hey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. There are exceptions. Of course, there are exceptions, right? It's like in everything. This is not one way to do it. So something that's my narrative. It's what I think, right? It's not. It doesn't need to be like this. I don't know, but I think that maybe you can find somebody at the age of 22. Maybe it can, right? Where you have a good connection with. Of course, not everybody is the same. But I'm thinking, generally spoken, that you will find. Actually, to be honest, you do not find the perfect partner. You become one, right? You become one. You never. I mean, it's not that you're gonna look for the perfect partner that fits you. I think in this time span, you become the perfect. You become the person you want to stay. You want to be, and you become the person that wants to be loved, and you're gonna attract that person. You know what I mean? I think it's something like that. I don't think you find it, you become it. Something like that. We cannot. Can, and nothing wrong with that. However, there are statistically higher risk factors. Do you think it's a bad idea to start a business with a friend? Oh yeah, it's a very bad idea. Can't have kids past 35 though. I have my kids when I was 24, so I'm a pretty young dad. Like, my daughter is 10 years and my son is 6. So it's. But yeah. You never start a business with a friend. It's the best thing the best advice I can give you. Don't do that. Sometimes you cannot influence. Same situation happened to me. 35, 2 kids, house, success, and then she got a heart stroke and be cripped since then. Like I said, guys, like, you need to be prepared for the worst, because it's gonna happen sooner or later, right? And yeah, like I said, hard times, they come, but you're not alone. You know what I mean? You're not alone. It's not easy, because people say it's easy and blah blah. It's not. It's very hard, and it takes a long time, and it's fine. Why not start a business with your friends? Because again, there is always an exception on this rule. I'm speaking about personal experience, but I think like I said, business is hard, and business is money, and money is... People fuck each other over money, and everything goes well until money is involved. I would say that. And that happens in families as well, right? Even mother, father, aunt, whatever, sister, brothers. Everything goes well until there is money on the table. That's a problem, right? And in business, you need to be hard with each other, need to be truly honest with each other, otherwise, and give good feedback. And friends try to basically do not do that, or you know what I mean? They're a little bit softer with each other. I don't think that's a good idea, but hey, that's me. But it's probably money. Money breaks. Yeah, money is so bad. It breaks relationships. It breaks marriages, families, business partners. It breaks the world, man. Like I said, business is always a sacrifice. You know what I mean, guys? I'm gonna leave. I need to make this ground beef with this leek, whatever that is. With this leek, with the leek and the Harris bread. Yo. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, guys. Like I said, if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, follow, press buttons, and all that stuff. And just 50-50, yeah, but Ashton, trust me, you don't. Love's enough. Alright guys, thank you for being here, guys. Again, if you want to learn something more, check out the links in the description. There is a lot of stuff you can buy from me and make me even and give me some money. Just check it, guys. Check it out. You know where you can find it. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Love you all, and have a very, very good